We're back to look at more freshman wide receivers from the 2023 recruiting class, and today we're going to be looking at Noah Rogers, four-star recruit from the Ohio State Buckeyes. And this has turned out to be a very, very good wide receiver class as we're working our way down the rankings, looking at each prospect individually. A lot of very good wide receivers entering the college level. It's been a fun series to watch, and what we do here is we look at the players' 247 sports player profile page, then we check on the highlights, see what they're actually doing on the field. If you're just here for the highlights, just fast forward a little bit. But before we do everything, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Give it a quick little tap. I got a catalog of videos and clips, not just prospects, but also from minicamp, OTAs, soon to be training camp. Once training camp gets fired up, we're going to have a ton of clips on your favorite rookies, prospects at the NFL level. So really putting in a lot of time here for you guys. But let's dig into Noah Rogers. Let's look at his profile real quick. So we're a four-star recruit here on both the composite and the rankings, and both listed at wide receiver 8. Number 1 prospect out of North Carolina, number 2 out of North Carolina in the rankings and composite. Listed at 6'2", 195. So at this age, at this time, that's decent size. That's like the requisite average size for a prospect coming out, especially top end at the NFL level, kind of per se. When you're looking at the current wide receivers, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, but when you average it together or you look at some of the top guys, you're right around ballpark around that area. So that's a good sign. 25 offers, 5 visits, but look at these teams here. Ohio State, Clemson, Alabama, Auburn. We got the current wide receiver U, a former wide receiver U, Alabama, Auburn, and then a bunch of other different schools. So a lot of teams, a lot of good Power 5 programs looking at this guy. That's one thing I want to look at is the offers, because that gives the market to draw to, because if all the good schools are after a player, then you have to give the notion that this could be a very, very good prospect. If none of the top prospect schools or none of the top programs are going after this player, then that's an indicator that, hey, this might not be the greatest guy, because Alabama, Clemson's, the Ohio States, the other programs, the USC's, the Notre Dame's, the Auburn's, the SEC schools, the top Big Tens, the top Power 5 schools, they're usually at the top of the list. You usually see them. That's a good indicator. And you usually see that with the top 10 wide receivers. I think we might have had one either wide receiver running back that was very light in the pants in the recruiting aspect. So here they got him as a round 2 to 3 prospect. Gets off the line and into routes well. Gets out of breaks and accelerates and gains separation. Adjusts well off target to throws and shows excellent ball skills. So we're looking at a guy that has sticky hands and good route running is pretty much what he says. He can create separation with his routes, quick in a phone booth, high points the ball well. This guy's going to have some catches on his highlights. I already can guarantee you that. Demonstrates some elusiveness after the catch, consistently gets behind his defenses, so he's got some speed there. Fine-tuning route running and being a bit sharper into breaks will help. So we're going to get that development at Ohio State. So things are looking good. We also got a track guy here. So we're going to have some speed. Very productive as well. And we all see NC State there. So Power 5 programs after this dude. 1,400 yards, 22 touchdowns last year. 60 the year before with 11 touchdowns. So we got production. We got good size. A good ranking with a good rating. Going to Ohio State, that's a tough program to jump the depth chart on. But if you're going to hit there, you're going to hit heavy. That's the one thing. If I'm going to Ohio State and I'm a top prospect, and if I hit there, I know I'm going to the NFL level and I'm getting drafted pretty good. If I hit there at Ohio State. 25 offers, 5 visits. Power 5 programs want him. Let's see if we want him. Let's look at the highlights. Let's see what we get. Let's see if we're sleeping on him compared to the other Ohio State wide receivers in this recruiting class. We're getting downfield. I already see burst off the step. I already see it. Long strider, it looks like. Ooh, nice adjustment right there. We're already showing things off. Nice adjustment. Ooh, got a little OBJ in him. You can kind of tell. Just from the athleticism, body type, and then, of course, the ball skill. Oh, my. We have 3 good ball skills in a row. I wonder if they clipped them in batches and we're getting different stuff. or if this is going to be the whole thing. Downfield. Nice. Concentration. Breaks away. Here we at the bottom. Oh, they're just giving him space. They don't want beat deep. That's the indicator there. They don't want beat deep. They'll give you that little bit, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get you the yak. He's still going. My goodness. My goodness. They're like, don't let him beat you deep. Boom. Ball skills for days. Downfield. Fun guy to watch here. Back of the end zone. Good concentration on a lot of these. If you're even, you're leaving. He's separated and he's gone. He's gone. He is gone. He's got speed. So how I look at speed is I look at him as like those top tier speedsters. More than fast enough. And then not fast enough. Everyone we've talked about is definitely fast enough for a speedster. He's definitely there as well. Usually at this top part of the rankings, you're not going to get anybody that's slow. A lot of people get confused by that because honestly, I'm just giving them a big window of variance considering we're just at the high school level. And really, I'm looking at the nuances. I want to see how well they're running routes, what they're doing on the ball skills like this. If we get that like that, ooh. That's nasty. Like, what can they do in the harder, finer, nuanced things? Like that. Easy money. Easy money. What are they showing on their highlights? How high, how much upside do they show in their highlights as well? Is this like a Tecmo Bowl, Bo Jackson type deal? Is this highlights that drop your jaw? Or are they good? They're dominating, but you know what? You're trying to figure it out. If you watch enough, you can get a picture of it. This is different in high school level because you're not getting game for game for game for game. Some guys give you that, not everybody. Good ball skills again there. Ball skills, quick-footed, long strider, has burst, has speed. Look at that. Ball skills all day long. It doesn't even matter if he's covered or not. And then we got to shout out that quarterback to having the balls just throw it up there when it covers is tight. Because those are also downfield like that. Bam, guy in his face, throws it, hits him. That quarterback's going somewhere probably. He's got some size to him. Here we go, end around. Nasty in the open field. Let's go, Noah. Let's go, Noah. Catches the kick return. He's going to show his speed off here. And also, it's not just speed. It's the ability to read the momentum of the players around you and just have that innate ability just weaving in and out of traffic and then bounce off contact, have good balance and all that stuff. You can be a shade slower than the top guy and still be more dynamic. That's just the thing. It's the whole package. That's why I'm kind of wide on the variance. Some people get confused when I talk about it because honestly, I'm looking at speed throughout the video and sometimes you don't get it all too. But this guy's got more than enough speed. He's fast. Let's just say that. He's getting behind defenses. He's got ball skills. There we go. Nice stop and start. That's what I want to see. One thing you saw there on the break is the head movement, looking inside before the break, trying to get him to stop in his tracks. There we go again. There we go again. Cell tactics are huge on the route running. And then the footwork on top of that. Looks in. And one thing they're saying that in his prospect profile about the route running I'm noticing is because he doesn't really need it all the way to win at this level. So it's not like he can't do it unless there's 7-on-7s where we're seeing something different. It's just, he just doesn't need it. You can just make a quick cut and get down there and you got the ball skills just to beat him. That's the thing. But he shows you on those two clips that he can do it. And that's what that shows to me. That's why I paint with broad strokes on this. Getting downfield, it's highlights. You're not getting everything. So he might be trying stuff and not getting targeted on those. And there we go. See, just sharpness, solid ball skills. When your ball skills are that nasty, you're open when you're covered. That's the thing. And he's just finding holes in zones in the defense. Here we go. What's he going to do here? Comes back. Smart player. Those two cuts, those two routes lets you know that he can sell, or he attempts to sell. He's been working on selling. And he can cut it out, have swift footwork, and he's got ball skills for days. One of the better ball skills in this class. Rises up well, too. Gets air, and then has sticky hands. Very good after the catch. Contact balance is good for a wide receiver. Maneuvers well. And that's it. This is a very good wide receiver. I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. I don't hear many people talking about him. No, Rogers is a fun guy to watch. Very good after the catch. Sticky hands. Ball skills for days. He can be nuanced. And I see that not being a huge part of his highlight package. But his highlight package is ball skills after the catch. Getting downfield. Burning dudes. Showing his cerebralness. But you also saw those two routes. And you probably had a couple others when I was babbling. Where he showed he could sell. He showed he could make the break. And honestly, maybe some more time. Over time working on that. You're probably going to get more of that, and you're probably going to have to do more of that at the college level, because this ain't going to be like the high school level where you can just run by guys. And you know what? He showed and he demonstrated that he has the capacity to do it. So that's fine. And we'll probably find more tape on that if we really searched on 7-on-7s practices, 1-versus-1s of him showing his ability to sell routes. Wide receivers these days are a lot better compared to like 5, 8, 10 years ago. And the high school level, you're getting guys that can really do a lot of the finer things of route running. He's already showing some of that. He showed that on a couple clips, which means he can probably do it some more. And he can get downfield, find his spot, rise up, make the catch, sticky hands. Very underrated prospect in this year's class. A guy I am going to keep an eye on, just see how he develops with his Ohio State team, if he can climb the depth chart or not. There's a lot of horses there. There's a lot of good wide receivers there. And if you can make it there, you're going to be able to make it anywhere. And that's really a good fast track place to get to the NFL, because if you hit out Ohio State, especially right now with Heartline and company, you're really going to be looking good. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out, because I'm going to have a lot of clips for you. I'm going to have a lot of player videos. Whatever I find, I share it, and it will be here. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.